First and foremost, thank you for the life-changing opportunity First Baptist Church has given me to be involved with so many rewarding things. Working with the youth, involvement with local activities, and the recent trip to Kenya. I'm sorry I was not able to be with you this evening, but would like to share a few of the many thoughts I have concerning the recent trip. Africa, always associated with the struggles of poverty and hunger, but in reality, so far away we often feel we can have little, if any, effect on the problems. Solving world hunger and making a difference in the world, goals we are told to have to make us an effective person. How can that happen here in Jefferson City, Missouri? Not exactly the place you read about where the United Nations is meeting to address world issues. What in the world can we do to make a difference? Working to address world issues involves world powers, not someone in Jefferson City, or so I thought. But God's vision and our vision are often so different. We are currently learning in the youth department how God speaks to us. A difficult issue, but I had no doubt as I learned about Africa, God was telling me I needed to plan for Kenya. And in preparation for our trip, our assignment was to read two publications. One, the Millennium Development Goals established by the United Nations in 2000, and the other, a book called Irresistible Revolution. Here I was, representing this church, addressing some key elements of a United Nations set of 8 goals adopted by over 190 countries, meeting and traveling with a group of people I did not know, discussing a book that really creates a lot of questions as to the teachings of Jesus, and planning to travel to Kenya, where the details of the trip are prefaced by the statement to be flexible. I was uncomfortable. I was not a preacher. What could I do? But this quote from our readings really struck me. Always preach the gospel, and when necessary, use words. In Nairobi, the New Life home takes in all abandoned babies. Most HIV positive, often found lying in the ditch, left along the side of the road, are tossed into a pile of trash. Good health, love, and nurture end up placing over 70% of the young babies into adoptive homes. It's hard to imagine a child brought into the New Life home so small that a wedding band removed from a finger is placed well past the elbow on a young girl, who has since fully recovered. Never turning away any child, yet the thought pops into your head. These are only the ones found. We will never know the true number of those that only God knows. You have seen how the Amini ministry, tucked in the inner part of Nairobi, offers women training to improve sewing skills, to support their families, and the growing peace of Jesus Christ within their hearts through Bible study and fellowship. The site is small, yet it's touching the world. One young woman from Congo bore a scar across her face, which meant little to me until our eyes were opened about the conflict in Congo. Returning to the streets, lined with people in desperate need of help, we skirted the edge of Kabari, the second largest slum in the world. It's overwhelming. Where do you even begin? The false promise of prosperity in the big city has resulted in a city of 3.5 million people, in which 2.1 million are living in slums. We feel we can have little effect. Tonight, you have seen you are making a difference. You are making a difference to hundreds of lives living in Narrarator. We here at First Baptist Church are a very important part of the 80-plus children between the ages of 3 and 5, 46 who are ready to move on to primary school. You have helped provide the community with ownership. They see the success. They have a vision. They see the love of Christ. Yet only 10 of the children you see on the screen will get the opportunity to move forward with their education. And this is a school a mile and a half away with 800 students and only 5 teachers. The phrase "no child left behind" takes a completely different meaning. So, what can we do? First, pray for the families of Narrarator. Second, become more aware of the mission opportunities First Baptist Church is involved with and support them. Third, become personally involved with the mission activity, be it here in Jefferson City or Kenya or anywhere in between. Jesus did not say bring people into the church building, but rather you go out and take the church to them. Fourth, there are several things you can personally do to minister to our adopted community of Narrarator, such as the community vision to have their own primary school, modern beekeeping industry where the honey produced supports the community, an indigenous tree nursery, and many others. Ask me. There is something very fulfilling when First Baptist Church is part of developmental goals established by the United Nations and seeing it come to fruit at the grassroots level at Narrarator. A very strong friendship bond was formed with Narrarator in the short time we played and interacted with the children, worked with the teachers, built fence with the men, performed health checks on the students, and ate with individual families who provided us with a meal beyond their means, and then the joy and enthusiasm of a shared worship service. The community has great pride in their integrated child development center, as evidenced by the large group of parents waiting for us upon arrival on Saturday. We at First Baptist Church should have great pride in our involvement. There's a story where one person asked, "Why are there so many hungry, poor, and hurting people in the world?" And another says, "Well, why don't you ask God that question when you get to heaven?" Where the first person responds, "No way. I'm afraid that's the question God will have for me." We as a church will be blessed for a mission vision, and after my opportunity to visit Kenya, I feel the mission trip is just starting.